What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another live stream here today. Thank you guys as always for tuning in. We got a couple good stocks to keep on our watch list today. Majority of them are all going to be earnings plays, similar as to what we did yesterday on the pre-market live stream, basically watching all earnings plays. Yesterday was a really good day. It was a really killer day. We had TWLO run like crazy. We had Etsy run like crazy. We had Z, which was Zillow. That was a good short. So basically everything on the watch list yesterday ended up working out basically perfect. So that was awesome. They don't always go that well, and when they do, it's awesome. Good stuff. So today it's the same approach. Going to be looking at earnings plays today. We have some big names. We have ROKU. We have WYNN, which is Wynn Resorts. We have Squarespace. You guys know them. Most of you probably do. And then we also have Qualcomm. So there's a few other earnings plays, and there's plenty of other things out there you can trade, but these are going to be the four stocks I see the most value in for myself to trade today, in which we probably have some movement. Not that I'm not trading any penny stocks today, but there just don't seem to be any penny stocks really popping up here for this morning to do it for me. But when and if they do pop up, they will hit my high of day momentum scanner, and I will know of them. So if something does look good in terms of penny stocks, I'll be able to find it at some point throughout the day when it hits the scanners. All right, so good morning, everybody. Marcus, David, Aaron. By the way, for those of you guys tuning in right now, I did get some more background information on as to why there have been less people maybe viewing it on the stream, and it's kind of something going on with YouTube alerting subscribers of when videos come on. So if you're not already subscribed, do head and go ahead and subscribe, but also make sure to hit the notification bell, because without that, apparently you're not going to get notified. And even if you do click that, apparently some people still don't get notified. So again, we do what we can, but that is all I got for you. So let's get ahead into sharing the screen here. All right, guys. So first one here on my watch list is going to be, we'll look at ROKU. All right, so ROKU is going to be one of the first stocks I'm going to follow here today. They had earnings. They gapped from $59 down to a low of $50. $50 is a strong support for ROKU. If you look at the yearly chart, not the years. Yeah, I guess the yearly chart could do it for you, but we'll look at a 180-day chart here on ROKU. So by looking at the 180-day chart here on ROKU, you can see that the price this morning has hit lows of $50. If you were to go and you look at ROKU from about a month ago, you'd see it kind of bounced around 59. It broke 59 briefly, and then it bounced. And then we also had ROKU back here. What is that? 720. You can see it kind of hovered around and had resistance at $50 before it ended up breaking out at $50. So again, what we can identify is the clear line in the sand here, or the clear level that we have support for ROKU, is right at $50. And that is a price that we have hit after hours trading and bounced. We're coming back down to that low pre-market, trying to test that 50. So right now, 50 is the key level. If 50 snaps, we can see a panic sell-off. If 50 holds, we could see a strong bounce, which would result in a short squeeze, because there's a lot of people shorting it. I want to short it. I want to see it break 50. If it doesn't break 50, what happens? Myself included, with everybody else, we all get squeezed out if we're short. If we're short and we get squeezed out, we're going to cause a vicious move to the upside, which would result in a bounce probably. All right, so that's just it. It's $50. $50 is the panic level. If we hit 50, snap 50, we'll have stop losses kick in, and we'll see a quick drop below 50, in which I would look to cover up majority of the short play. But again, is it going to break 50? I don't know. How many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop? You tell me, I'll tell you. All right? So again, when it comes to ROKU, $50 is the key level. We're kind of far away from 50 right now. We're at 51. So I think it would be respectable that we might even see ROKU down to lows of $50 pre-market. But again, you want to pay attention to that 50 level. Another couple levels you're going to want to pay attention to here today on ROKU is going to be arguably the 53 mark, and arguably here at 54. These are two levels that in after hours trading we had kind of resistance and support, both of these levels. So the $53 and $54 mark could easily act up as a technical resistance intraday, When would we use that level? Well, if the price action on Roku goes back up or shoots right into 53, we could look for a rejection and short off that level. If it keeps going up and hits 54, we could look for a rejection off of 54 or 53 to enter a short. We don't really know which one for sure. If it even gets up there, will turn into a good short. You're going to have to read price action along with the level 2 and get a feel for it. But again, really the outcome here is either break below 50 and we snap and go down hard. All right, or it holds 50 and it squeezes up to 53 or 54 maybe. Those are a couple outcomes I could see. But all in all, for Roku, want to see it short today. But I'll trade it long if it goes long. Next one on the list is, what was I going to say? Next one, we had Roku. We already did Roku. So we got to go to WYNN, Wynn Resorts. This is another gap down play. Okay, yeah, another gap down play here. Hold on, one second. Here we go. So this one's gapping down. We had 121 in after hours trading. We dropped to a low of $96 here pre-market. So you can do the math. That's a massive drop from 121 down to $96 is a drop of roughly, what do we say, 25 bucks? Okay, good enough. So it's a drop of about $25. So it's already down really big on the day. All right, so how much more are we really going to drop is the main question we have to ask ourselves. I could see WYNN into lows of $90 today. So if we look at the 180-day chart, you will see that WYNN has a previous bounce level here at $95. Right in that $92.95, we've seen WYNN bounce. So it's really not far-fetched, or wouldn't surprise me if we actually see WYNN not turn into a short play and actually have a short squeeze up out of the gates like this on the day. I wouldn't be surprised to see that. We are down towards a previous bounce. We could hold the 92, the 95 area as a support, which would then fake out the short sellers. The short sellers would squeeze out, and then we'd actually see WYNN have a green day or some green movement on the day. It's very unlikely we'll see an actual green day on WYNN, considering the closing price is probably around 120 or something. So yeah, anyways, WYNN, it's hard to say exactly what's going to happen. It is trending down right now, but personally, I think what we're going to see here is I don't think we're actually going to see WYNN sell off right out of the gates. I think we might see it squeeze up here first and then maybe roll over. I'm not a big fan of the way that that's looking pre-market, but it's on the watch list right now. It's already moved $25 a share from after hours to pre-market trading, so there's going to be some volatile movement on it, and it's definitely something you want to keep on your watch list. All right, moving forward we'll look at SQ. So Square is looking good now. So earlier in the day, Square really wasn't looking all that good, you know. Really wasn't looking special. Jeez, so anyways, let me zoom in here on the one minute chart. So they had earnings. They were up to $84 after hours, dropped to a low of $75.55 in after hours trading. Pre-market, we're at about 76. Personally, I'm not a huge fan of the way this looks either. This actually looks like it could be turning into just a massive double bottom where we've seen it drop, bounce, we're rolling over. We could see it down towards this level. But honestly, I think we're going to see a bounce on Square today. Yeah, I mean, that's just it. I honestly would probably watch Square for a bounce down here around 75, the after hours low. So if we can get down to 75.55 area on Square, I'd probably watch it for a bounce, okay? You know, and that's really all I got for you there. I would honestly watch Square for a bounce. If you look at the yearly chart, we do a 180-day chart. If you look at this 180-day chart, let's see. We're not a 75. But why 75.55? Actually, 75.55 isn't really even a good level. I really couldn't even tell you why the price action in after hours trading stopped at 75.55. It's a horrible level. So I could honestly see it down towards 74. So maybe a little bit less. So I could see Square breaking the after hours low, but just with the movement we already have so far here, I think it's probably going to set up for more of a bounce or a squeeze today, where we'll see it maybe kind of continue down here, and then it's going to bounce like that and then maybe come down. So be a little cautious on Square. It's not the most prettiest setup taking place right now. Okay. Last one for me on the watch list is going to be Qualcomm, QCOM. So anyways, so QCOM's kind of interesting. To me, it seems kind of fakey, but if you look at the 180-day chart, doesn't do it for you. Actually, we're going to have to look at a daily chart here, ladies and gentlemen. I do apologize. So we go to a yearly chart here. That's 3-year, not a yearly. We go to a yearly chart here on Qualcomm, and you can see Qualcomm had this gap in the chart from its last earnings days. If you look at the 4-hour chart now, you'll find out that we have filled that gap. And Qualcomm has dropped down into a really big support system. So I'm actually quite curious to see if Qualcomm's going to break this $58, $57.50 level support, because then that would be pretty impressive, honestly. But I personally think we might see a bounce here on Qualcomm. You can see we have this support built up here, and then we have the move up and followed by the move down. We're right into that previous support. So to see a bounce on the day wouldn't be very surprising. So I'm curious to see if we'll break down, but I'm more biased on that we're actually going to have a short squeeze to the upside off of around the $58 level. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is the whole watch list I have for you here this morning. We'll take a look at a few of the stocks you guys are talking about. One on the watch list here that you guys are talking about is TLRY. So what are my thoughts on TLRY? Most of you probably know my thoughts on TLRY, and if you haven't, then you'll get to hear them now. Personally, I think TLRY is extremely overvalued, and it deserves to be in the $40 to $50 per share range. To me, it's still a bubble. There's nothing yet about their business that has profitability. They have opportunity, but they're really not profitable. The company valuation in regards to the stock price, in regards to what they actually make, is completely ass backwards, whereas the company's probably valued in the billions, whereas they really are negative like 68 million in earnings. So again, their valuation in relation to their business and how much money they generate and make as of right now, it's completely out of whack. So as of right now, everything to do with TLRY is complete speculation on future business to come, which I do agree that could be massive. There could be great potential in these weed stocks. But again, right now, I think that it's just there's no certainty, at least not enough to have the price of the stock at $132. It doesn't make any sense, right? It's clearly, to me, still a bubble. We do have earnings coming up. This is going to be the important factor. If TLRY's earnings here coming up are not good, we're probably going to see a drastic sell-off in the stock. But again, I personally feel that it's going to be, it should be a $40 to $50 company, maybe a little less, maybe $30. And I'm going to stick to that. I've had a price target of $40 to $50 on TLRY since TLRY was about $300. So we're doing pretty good from the price target of starting at around $300 to the $280s, price targeting $40 to $50. We've done pretty good. We've gotten down to 82, and I still think there's room to go. This move yesterday may have been a little bit of a hype move from the legalization in Michigan, where I live, and a few of the other states that legalized marijuana. So there might have been some hype, some news that caused people to buy back into some of these weed stocks. But again, all in all, I'm sticking to the guns on a $40 to $50 price target on TLRY, and that's the way I see it. All right. Next one we'll look at is in here. Someone's asking ATVI. Is that Activision? Yep, Activision. Did Activision have earnings? Yeah. Yeah, so for me, I wouldn't trade Activision with where it's currently at. I mean, there's really nothing about the stock that I like so far. Their earnings report comes out at 3:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. So I wouldn't mess with it at least until the earnings report comes out on ATVI. Tesla announced a new Tesla looks pretty bullish. I will tell you this right now. Keep Tesla on watch. The stock looks bullish right now with the way it's trending up. It could easily be aiming right into a breakout today, so keep that on watch. Tesla might be a long play today. All right. You would be correct. Paper trading is fake money and live trading would be real money. Yep, absolutely. Let's see. Yeah, anyways, so that's pretty much all I got for you today. I'm looking through some of the comments. TTWO, they had earnings. That is something you could watch. So far from when I checked, it was pretty light volume, so I wasn't really crazy about that one. Yeah, that's basically about it. So anyways, Square, Qualcomm, WYNN, Roku, keep those ones on watch. Tesla might have something good today with that news and the fact it's at about 350, might have a 350 breakout. It's into sort of an ascending triangle, flat top breakout pattern. That might be pretty good. Check that out. Also, another one you might want to keep an eye on is CNDT after its massive sell-off yesterday. I will leave it at that for you guys. Thank you guys again for tuning in. As always, I do appreciate it. Do give me a thumbs up before you head out the door. There's like 300 something of you guys here. It would take you just one couple seconds to give me a thumbs up because that helps YouTube promote my video to other places so other people can see it. So we want to know, give us a thumbs up. All right, ladies and gentlemen, do appreciate it. I will see you guys all tomorrow for another pre-market watch list and probably a video recap of the trading day today. Thank you guys again, and I will see you guys all tomorrow morning. Take care.